Hey folks, it's Rob from Rob's Movie Collection, and I don't normally make videos like this, vlogs or comments or rants, if you will. But I was looking around on YouTube and I came across these videos that talked about racist cartoons and like Disney stuff and Looney Tunes stuff and all that, and all the inappropriate stuff. And at first I was like, "Come on," but then I was really watching them, and it seemed like I have to say there was kind of a point there. I mean, they were showing they were showing the Disney cartoon, the crows from Dumbo, the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp, and all these cartoons that I saw growing up, and King Louie from Jungle Book, and saying that they're racist. And I never really thought about it that much, but yeah, they're pretty racist. They're pretty, I mean, they're bad. These terrible depictions of Asians, with these cats and the crows especially, and of course, Song of the South. I mean, zippity racist, and I thought, well, there's a lot of talk about Disney and all that, and how he was anti-Semitic and this and that, and just like, but I never really kind of thought about it until I was watching these videos, and it's just it kind of makes me question all the, I've got so many of these Disney movies. And then they were also talking about like the Warner Brothers cartoons. I grew up watching Warner Brothers, so I started to kind of think about it, and was watching all these clips from the Warner Brothers, the Looney Tunes, and like I came across Pepe Le Pew, and Pepe Le Pew's, he's practically a rapist. I mean, he's like attacking this. It's a male attacking a female, and especially in today's day and age, it's like, oh my God, never realized how bad that was. And then Speedy Gonzalez. Now my father's from Mexico, and holy crap, what a stereotype that is. What a terrible racism these cartoons had. It's just really bad. I have to say it's really disappointing to kind of have like this switch turned on about it. So anyway, I just thought I'd do a short kind of video about my disappointment about this. I mean, it sucks to kind of have your eyes open like that. But anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video about it. And I have to say, I'm not going to go on too much about it, but certainly I have one more thing to say about it. And this is really the most important part of it all. April Fools! I don't think they're racist. Give me a break. Oh, come on. I grew up watching these cartoons. Look, a lot of these opinions are all by knee-jerk social crusaders. Look, the cats in Lady and the Tramp and the crows, and Dumbo and all that stuff. I don't think they're racist. Like, here's my opinion about it. And this is my opinion, okay? But in my opinion, real racism, comes from an origin point of hatred and malice. I don't think that the Disney animators or the Warner Bros. Animators sat at their animation tables with real hatred in their hearts when they created the Siamese cats, from Lady and the Tramp or the Crows, or even Song of the South. I mean, come on. Are these characters stereotypical? Sure. Are they racially insensitive? Yeah, especially these days. Should we keep doing cartoons like that? Of course not. We've progressed beyond that. We've gone, we're a little more sensitive. We're a little more open, and we see a little more of people's characters and different ethnicities, and instead of just kind of, one view of it. So of course not. But I don't think that makes them racist, for God's sakes. Listen, as a kid, I used to sing Zippity Doo all the time. I'm old enough to remember going to Disneyland, and that was the main song that you'd hear all over the park. And we loved it. Oh, God, I would have loved to have hung around with Uncle Remus in a land full of animated animals and flowers and stuff. That would have been awesome. So I don't think it's racist. Yes, it's sensitive at times, absolutely, but not racist. And let me tell you something. In terms of Speedy Gonzalez and Pepe Le Pew. Now, Pepe Le Pew, of course, is, overly romantic and stuff. And, you can read into it, but I don't think that makes him a rapist, for God's sakes. It's a cartoon skunk. And Speedy Gonzalez. Now, I asked my father. My father is from Mexico. Now, him being from Mexico, a lot of people would classify me as a Mexican American. Now, I don't buy all that crap. Okay, I'm not a fan of the whole blank dash American labeling system. Okay, I believe, and this is my belief, I believe that, and not to get on a soapbox or anything, but just to explain what I'm about to say, I believe that wherever you spent your formative years, that's the culture that influenced you. So I grew up here. I grew up in the States. It's American culture. And my father grew up in Mexico until the age of about 29, and then he moved here. And he met my mom and had me and had a life here. Now, he's actually at this point, since he's in his 80s, he's actually lived in this country longer than he lived in his country of origin. But culturally, he's still Mexican first because his formative years were spent there. Now, the reason I say this is because I consider my dad to be an actual Mexican American. Okay, so I asked him one day after I'd heard about, and I've heard about this racist nonsense for a long time, for years now. It's been on YouTube for a while, and I asked him about this one day because my father used to watch the Looney Tunes cartoons with me when I was a kid and laugh and all my life, and he's suffers now from anxiety and depression, really bad depression sometimes. So he doesn't laugh as much as he used to. But there are still a couple of things that I can put on that'll make him laugh. And one of them is the Looney Tunes cartoon. So I asked him one day, I said, Dad, I've been hearing that people are saying that Speedy Gonzales is racist. And he kind of looked at me like, not sure what I was talking about. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, people are saying that he's racist and it's a bad cartoon. And he just kind of giggled and started laughing and just like shook his head. And then I put on some Speedy Gonzales and he started laughing, you know. So my dad has a good way of cutting through the bullshit. Let's put it that way. You know, he didn't think it's, and I don't think it's racist. So I just thought it's funny. And the reason I make this video is because I happen to come across these videos again. And I have to say, not to generalize, but I've noticed that most of the comments and the videos, and you hear the voices in these videos, come from younger people, you know, the younger generation. And all I can say to them is, you know what? You're on your high horse and you think that you're so progressive, but man, it's a generational thing because 30 years down the line, maybe even 20, the next generation is going to come up, going to look at you and accuse you of being wrong about everything. And it's going to say that everything that you know and everything that you like and all opinions that you have are bad and racist and unprogressive. So don't sit too high on your high horse right now because eventually somebody else is going to come along and swat you down. So I hope you guys all have a great April 1st and a great April rest of the month too. Enjoy the cartoons. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Ah, my darling, how beautiful you are. How lonesome it has been that I have without you.